Hey y'all, it's your girl M,
And I'm Sydney.
and we are just be hanging out, and we're gonna be chitting
And chatting.
about everything under the sun. So grab up a chair, grab a cup of tea, grab a drink, whatever you want to do. Grab a snack.
Cross your legs. Be productive. I listen to podcasts when I'm productive.
Yep, do a laundry. Got a laundry podcast that I listen to.
Yes.
And,
Okay, this is our first episode. We're just gonna see what happens.
Bear with us through the kinks. We're gonna get through this together as a group.
Slay the day. First things first, we want to do sips of the week every week because my girl M is a tea maker and I don't be drinking tea like that.
I love tea.
So that's a solid start for us, I feel like.
And you do coffee. So we'll switch back and forth between coffee and tea. Might even throw some cocktails in there with a little late night.
Definitely.
We're both bartenders, so you're definitely going to get cocktails.
Yeah.
This is Christmas morning. I put them, this is not, I buy this jar and I put the like label on them. It's a black tea with almonds, apple pieces, orange peel, raisins, cinnamon, and some other spices in there.
If that doesn't smell like Christmas morning, I don't know what does.
It literally does.
Smell it.
Sniff.
I wish y'all could smell through this camera right now.
The thing I love about tea and like the culture of it is that it's very much like allowed to be messy. So this is not a traditional clay style teapot because you don't want to have flavored teas in a clay style teapot because you want the clay to enhance the tea. So especially if you do have a clay style teapot, you are meant to still the tea. It's supposed to get over the cup. It's supposed to overflow in the pot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a very, I don't know exactly the origins. I believe it comes from the Chinese origin of tea and with the clay pot. So this is a ceramic pot because I do flavored teas because I do like flavored teas. But you might see some clay pots every now and then. And that's why. This is so hot. Oh, that's toast. Yeah. Okay. Fun fact also, because I love tea.
Do tell.
The reason they don't have handles is because if it's too hot to grab and to hold, it's too hot to drink.
Wow. So we shouldn't be drinking it.
So we probably shouldn't be drinking it. We're just going to do a little.
Wait, that's actually far. I'm almost getting like a little pear in there or something.
It probably is. I think
know.
Apple and orange when they kind of like
apple
mix it, kind of gives those.
Yeah. Cute. Oh my god.
Sipping on that.
Well, that's our first sip of the week. OMG. Good job. That was actually kind of yummy. I'm weird about tea. I don't know. I'm obsessed with coffee.
You have to have the good type of tea.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and there's nothing wrong with the bagged teas, and I have definitely a few bagged teas in my life, and I still have some in my cupboard. But for me, the loose leaf tea is it's just different. It's different.
Cool. Now that we got our initial little segment out of the way, we'll talk a little bit about why we're here, who we are, where this came from, what the hell's going on.
Fun fact, we know about 2 answers to those questions.
I got a quarter. Solid quarter. Anyway, I'm Sydney. This is Em. We have worked together for 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah,
whatever's going on.
Yeah.
We knew immediately that we would be like soul sisters, but we'll get a lot into the topics of why that never happened. Because it's Beauty Queen. Tell us about yourself.
I'm originally from Colorado, born and raised. I've lived all over the state. Again, the little preview.
Little preview.
Moved out here my senior year of college. I went to U of L for my senior year, and I met somebody, and it was a very toxic, just not a good relationship, and that'll be a whole. We'll do a whole.
Plenty of segments on that.
Yeah, a lot of segments on that. We'll have a part 1 through probably 7.
Literally.
Each for the year
700
that I was.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah. So I was not at a place where I was able to kind of flourish anything on my own, have anything of my own creation. And so once I ended it, I'll be very specific. Once I ended it, we decided to really hang out more and have that friendship that we've always knew was going to be there. And that's one of the things actually I love about you is that we were able to completely like not have a whole lot of connection, and as soon as I was able, it felt like no time passed.
Immediately.
It felt like there not mattered that we met years ago and through all this, like it just it picked up immediately.
Yeah.
quick and.
It was one of those things, you know, you always have those those coworkers, and you're like, dang, we're work besties, but we can really be besties. And we were always like that because, like, every time we see each other, it's like, love you,
Click. It was
but
like an immediate.
yeah, but we knew,
We did.
I would invite her out because I'd be doing too much, and she
You
wasn't
do
allowed to do
enough.
jack squat. Yeah, I
No.
know. I'd be doing just enough. But
It's enough.
anyway,
Speaking of,
yeah.
what did we just go do?
Oh my, bruh. Okay, basically, we went and seen MGK in Nashville. It was like we made an excuse to do a whole little holiday trip.
Of course.
I seen MGK 3 years ago. CC Bug never seen MGK,
Never.
and I knew it was gonna be Magical Beauty Queen Lovely.
I
What do you think?
absolutely loved it. So again, I never did a whole lot, and I didn't have a whole lot of freedom to do anything exploration wise. So I don't even know how many shows we've been into the past like 3 months. I want to say close to 7.
I was thinking around 7.
Thrown in some local mixes, which were absolutely phenomenal.
So
different types of music. I don't always listen to
Yeah.
Spirit Box.
that
was fun.
That was
That was definitely that was outside my comfort zone in the best way.
Yes.
Leon St. John, we saw him.
Oh,
that was phenomenal.
stunning. Yeah.
He's absolutely amazing.
Hello Johnson. If y'all don't know who that is, that's my dog.
That was
my
phenomenal
second time.
too. I was not expecting it to be that fun.
So much
it was
fun.
just
Okay, well,
blast.
with that being said, then a tiny background about me. I grew up in teeny tiny Eastern Kentucky. Once again, we're gonna rant and get off the topic 24 times
all the time,
but we'll circle it back maybe
Southwest
64 times later. Yeah, I grew up in teeny tiny Eastern Kentucky. I had been to like Tennessee and Florida because hello Eastern Kentucky, that's where everyone in Eastern Kentucky goes. That's it. My parents have both still never been on an airplane. Whatever. I like to shout out. That. Yeah. No, almost no one in like my immediate family.
Again, side note, she was a flight attendant.
Yeah.
And your husband
is a pilot.
And
almost no one in my family has been on planes. Like, yeah. Anyway, but I like to shout out my mama always because sipping the tea, babe. Because I get all my travel bug from my mama, and then me and my husband together have like grown and expanded our horizons so much. And I always loved concerts and everything. So, fun fact, again, side note, my husband's first ever concert, pat myself on the back. I got him floor seat tickets to Elton John at his farewell tour. That was his first ever concert. Badass. I know. It was in New Orleans
phenomenal.
Too. It was in New Orleans. No. Yeah. And at that time we were engaged and we had already picked out our first dance song, which was Elton John. So we were on the floor and we danced our first dance song while Elton John sang it live.
While you were engaged.
Yeah.
Magical.
Yeah. Actual, so we used to do like brand ambassadoring for liquor brands and stuff. And that's how we got into all these like random local and like all the stuff. Because one year he last minute got put on to do Louder Than Life. I don't know if you know this.
No.
He done Loud. We had never been. I had kind of heard of it. I didn't know Louder Than Life was that huge.
Right.
Yeah. And he gets on and Slipknot was performing. And the booth he was working was like this little like VIP area situation. And he was standing right beside the Corey Taylor, didn't even freaking know it. But he had got off early and they went and his buddy like took him into the pit for like Slipknot. And he called me and he's like, I don't know why we've never done this. We got it. And that's why we started going to. So every year we got a Louder Than Life now. And that brought us into all these. Because I don't know if y'all know, Louisville is a super big, like, not only like rock and metal music, but like local live tiny bands.
It almost has more of like an underground music
they
vibe
have
than
such
it
a big
does.
underground music.
Because just from Nashville, which I absolutely loved, it was amazing. Yeah. It's very much that like show thing. Everybody's trying to be a star, which I mean, Nashville's a great place to get discovered. I love that. We were doing karaoke and we heard some amazing artists, like not expecting the person to shrug off their coat and all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, you sound like
that little guy. He was literally kind of looked like him too. He was literally working the bull riding thing. He was the bull riding dude. He took the money and the bull ride mechanic. I don't know what you call him, but it's a karaoke bar and they got the bull riding. What was that called? Like Wild Beaver. So, Buddy takes off his coat, and I'm like, "Is Chris Stapleton up here? What did he even see?" Oh, he said, of course, sang something in the orange. But he's like walking around, like the whole.
And that's in the crowd, and his voice. I thought it was good. So adorable. Like I don't know, it's
like you never know who's sitting in there. It's freaking Nashville. Yeah, exactly. But that was cute.
And I think that's more of a wider like performance type, like
I'm trying to have my big break.
Yeah, and Louisville's that underground, like fuck it, yeah, we were in the garage.
Yes.
A week ago, and we just found this
One of the
venue,
venues
and
we
do
literally go to is a garage. Like, it's literally a garage. Yeah.
Really?
Camp Spaceman. We haven't taken you because
No, but you talked about
we
it.
were gonna go, and then the fire marshal people come and hollered at them. But now I think they're open back up. Anyway,
Because that's how it is. It's very underground.
Yes.
It's very like
yes.
yeah. Which
But
I
so
love.
that's what's so cute. Like, going back to us, like, just jumping right into our friendship. It was so adorable because, like, Halloween was kind of, so we had like seen each other at something, and then we were at the same, our favorite local dive bar on Halloween. We were all dressed goofy as crap, and yeah, she was a Viking
Should we
goddess.
do like a pace right here and be
Yes.
like,
This is our, yeah. So she was like a Viking goddess. I was a Fembot from Austin Powers. My husband, my husband was Dr. Evil, and our best friend, wink wink, was
Austin Powers?
Austin Powers. My
Yeah.
brain just went blank because I was thinking that my husband was Dr. Evil. Yes,
Your
my
husband
was
was
Dr.
great
Evil.
Dr. Evil,
He's
by the way.
He's bald, by the way. Now our buddy's bald. Love you, Gio. Fellow bald kings. Anyway, yeah. And so that was like we were all hanging out, playing pool, whatever. And the next couple times, so mind you, that's Halloween, October 31st. My birthday is November 3rd. We usually do trips, but my husband was like, "Nah, we're leaning all the way into this." We were hard on a local show vibe, so he had like 4 shows.
I think it was
my birthday
4.
week planned.
Yeah.
He originally had 5 or 6, and I was like, "We got to make money at some point," so I worked one of the days. Anyway, like 4 shows. Every time we hung out, my husband was like, are we just gonna go ahead and spill the tea?
We might as well.
We're sipping it.
We might
spill
as
it.
well.
So my husband, from Halloween, my husband is like, oh, not me telling like your story right now.
You should. You know it.
So my hubby is like,
way.
invite him, wink, wink, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, sure, like we need to hang out because she's like 2 months off of her like strong independent queen leaving that trash wad. And so we invite her, and and then
Nicest thing we've said.
yeah, that's me being PG over here or something. So we invite her out a couple times, and then comes time for all my birthday shows. Obviously, my bestie is coming, so my husband is like, invite him. So I'm not gonna go too hard into the tea yet, but long story
We'll
short,
back to Nashville.
We low key double dated for the entirety of my birthday weekend. It was probably one of my favorite birthdays I've ever had, and I've had some good birthdays.
Because I mean, we did. That was the whole. So we did.
Yes.
Like
Hobo Johnson was the first one.
Yep. And then there was Liam. Was that Liam St. John?
Liam St. John was next, I think.
And then we did.
Did we do Spirit Box that week, or was that way later? No,
I think that was way later.
I can't keep up with all our shows. We did a piece of work.
Because we saw, I remember she was really good.
I think it's in my notes.
Haley Johnson, I think.
Haley Johnson opened for Liam St. John.
Yeah, that week she opened for him.
I think it might be in my notes because I try to keep up. No, it's not. But I might have posted about it.
I was gonna say, I'm sure we posted about it. Oh my gosh,
what's happening? Well, then we also had my birthday party on the day of my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the kid. But no, that's a guy that opened for Liam St. John. I think I don't know. Oh, frick. They're gonna be so mad at us. It was freaking A Day to Remember. That was the biggest show.
It was A Day to and Yellow Card.
Yes, Yellow Card open. Oh, that was so.
It was phenomenal.
That was so
absolutely phenomenal.
I can't believe that. Yeah, the only one that wasn't local, the only one that wasn't teeny tiny, the only one that we had to buy a seat
for that
one. No, that one was Lexington. Remember, because we had to walk
Lexington. Yeah, because we ate at the place you and your husband had their first day.
Yes.
So cute. What?
Cookout.
I
love that you're like questioning it. Cookout's such a big thing. Yeah, it wasn't our first date. It was the first time we met. First time we met was at a cookout, Richmond, Kentucky. Shout out EKU.
And then you talked for like 4+ hours.
Yeah, in the cookout. He bought me a milkshake, and I thought it was the end of the world because a man's buying me a milkshake.
Literally. You want to know me?
Yeah.
Which is how I felt. So I know going off back into Halloween. They had left. They had been like, look, we've been going.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're gonna head home.
Yeah. Because I worked that day. Austin Powers. That's what we call it now. Anyway.
Basically said no, like we're gonna hang out for a second, like let's just chit chat. We were playing pool. It was
and y'all had met once before or no?
Once, but no, because the first time, and this shocked me. because I mean, I had known he was there because we were playing pool. The first time we ever actually like saw each
Yeah.
other met, I was in the sweatpants I was in
Yeah.
yesterday, which are like
The step ups.
I call them my step up sweatpants because they are like big and baggy and they're just
Yes,
comfy.
the hip hop
They just
dancer
feel good.
sweatpants.
They are. They got room for like wiggling.
Yeah.
So was that, and I was in a sports bra with a really like just like a skin tight because the bar we go
Oh
to
yeah.
also
You,
has
oh, you
volleyball.
looked cute that night. I remember you looked cute. Yeah. Did we play ball that night? We did. I remember. Yeah. Because that's why we ended up hanging out with you on Halloween. Because my husband was like, make sure he comes.
Yes.
Because we were like after partying because I worked. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So we all get to that, and literally after they had gone home, her and her husband had gone home. We played pool for a little bit, and then we just ended up talking until like 4:45.
It was like 4:45 in the morning. I think you texted me being like, "LOL, still in the parking lot" or some shit. Like,
yep, literally. And you guys will start to know this.
Yes.
I love signs. I think you get signs from spirit all the time. While we're out there talking, fox.
Stop.
Yep.
I don't
Fox
think I
ran
knew
across
that.
the way.
Wait, no, I do remember y'all. But
precious,
yeah,
I took a picture
okay,
of it.
yeah, aw,
so cute.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, shout out to my husband for being matchmaker of the year.
literally.
Because he was like, invite him, wink, wink. And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, sure. Like, I'm going to invite him because I want to hang out with her. And he was like, nah, this is something.
We're going to.
And I was and I literally was like, yeah, maybe they'll like think each other's cute or whatever. They might chit chat, whatever. Chit chat. Chit chat. Here, if you're drinking, take a shot every time we say chit chat. No, I'm joking.
Okay, but
I mean, you could.
If you need a fun time,
you could.
we're gonna be chitting and chatting.
Bread. Anyway.
So
yeah.
Fast forward to, I guess, sort of fast forward. Did all the shows. It was the four of us the whole time.
Like 4 or 5 days in a row. Because the one day we didn't go to a show, they had my birthday party and you came.
Yeah, and I came to that too, which
LOL
was exciting. Because of like where I was at and how I was conditioned to be, new places and new people are very, very hard for me. Like it took.
Honestly, I'm proud of you for showing up because you knew my husband, my bestie, and the person's house it was at. Basically.
And I didn't even know it was her house till she opened the door.
Oh, really?
Oh, I had no idea.
Dylan just told you to show up. Dylan's my husband, by the way.
Yeah, literally just said, "Hey, show up here." I didn't even have the number saved on the phone. I was just like, "Well, here we go."
Shout out to my husband for making you excited.
I'll be honest, I did sit in the car for probably 10 minutes.
You still got there before I did. So.
If I go in or go out, do I go leave? Do I say, "Hey, like I'm so sorry, like I don't feel good, like I just like it was one of those things I was shaking.
I'm glad.
And so super glad I did it. Had a blast. Learned about. I'm not again trauma. Not a big game person. I despise games. If I'm playing a board game, I was coerced, I'm drunk, or I love somebody that asks me. That there is no other.
Well, good to know that you'll always play board games with me because you love me.
Exactly. I can't.
Wow, we're learning things because I love. But like, I got to be in the mood for that game because I'm super competitive.
Yeah.
I've got to be in the mood. Anyway, back to the segment we originally were going to talk about is the freaking MGK concert in Nashville.
Should we? Because I feel like I was trying to build that up.
Where are we going to? Yeah, no, I love it. Oh, let's start. First of all,
you can call.
Yes.
The husband.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to. Okay. So
jumping right in.
My bestie that I love like a brother, heart and soul. So close with him that one of my bosses at one of my jobs thought me and him and my husband were in a throuple. Instead of calling him all those things, I'm going to call him my bestie's
boyfriend. Oh my gosh. It was.
Yes.
I feel like you tell a story because I was just in shock that it was happening.
You think? I do have all this on video.
You do. I'm still in shock. I'm still not sure that this is real life.
I think we all are, honestly. But anyway, so mind you, I'm talking 2-3 weeks.
You also knew about it.
2-3 weeks,
which I love.
don't even think Dylan did. By the way,
the mutual friend
before this trip,
the boyfriend is
me and him are texting, calling, chit chatting. Take a shot. Anyway, we're like all of the above, trying to figure out. Obviously, they like each other a lot. We
clicked like just
everyone and like it's kind of funny. So I've been like, I've been with my husband over 6 years now.
Yeah.
Well, our
How long have you
6 year
been
dating
married?
6 year dating anniversary is in January, so
Yes.
close. But we've known each other for over 6 years. We've been married 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And that shocks a lot of people because they're like, "How long were you together when you got married?" Anyway, we'll talk about that another day. Anyway, we have a lot of parallels in me and my husband, and you and your boyfriend. Now, be quiet. This is how this came about. So we're chit chatting, talking about everything, whatever, and we're like, we got to figure out how to make this like special. Like everyone that we know that knows you all is like, "Yep, for lifers. Like it's coming. Like it, when you know, it is what it is." The date
we will reference this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When more things happen.
Yes.
Because I'm sure it will.
Yes. Oh, I know. So literally, like the day that me and Dylan met, my best friend, who's the maid of honor of my wedding, shout out Sam, hope you're listening, love you. She literally said, "This is it, you're done."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Shut the front door."
Nah.
And she was like, I knew she was right, but I was gonna say that. Anyway,
you gotta be an independent baby.
Period. So what me and Gio are trying to figure out how this is gonna happen, and people do like the rose petals and da 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 da. We know that M is very spiritual. She likes signs and messages, crystals, all the above. We were thinking he was gonna buy an assortment of crystals, and I was gonna sneak into our Airbnb early, like as they're loading up the car or whatever, and put them out, and he was gonna put a little note. But life is life. We both work all the damn time. All these things, all the shit's going on. So that didn't happen. But it was actually so adorable because
I love the way it happened.
He literally could not wait. He done it before we even checked into our Airbnb. So adorable. So we go, if y'all know the Gulch in Nashville, NGK done a pop-up coffee shop because he has his 27 Club coffee shop in Cleveland, but he done a pop-up for his concert. We wanted to go, not happening. I was like, whatever, we're not going to wait for 2 hours. Love you, NGK, but I'm going to go see the coffee shop in Cleveland.
Facts.
Anyway, so we're walking around the Gulch. There's this really cute place called the Pub, and we're like, boom,
so
let's
good.
do it. Yeah,
there's going to be beer and
super
good
yummy. Yeah, and we were doing like the 12 pubs of Christmas. Yeah, I know my toes are getting. So we're doing like the 12 pubs of Christmas, and so we were starting our rules there. The first rule was you can't say the word drink. Hilarious.
Or you have to finish your drink.
Yes.
So that's like you obviously
that's
true.
Up. Yeah.
You are now.
Yeah. Yeah. So her boyfriend. I have an announcement to make. My husband, being the goofball that he is, love you, baby. He doesn't know that this is the announcement that's coming, and I'm going, tell me your announcement. What is it? No, my husband goes, I have an announcement too. What you got in your hand there, Gio? Yeah, a drink. Finish it. Mind you, his beer is this full. So as Gio's trying to do his announcement, he goes, okay, gulp, 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 finishes it, chugs it, and then I'm like, what was your announcement? And he's like, well, thanks for the liquid courage, bud. And then
I don't know. I felt it was one of those moments. I was like, wait, like he's talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because he turned, he was like, we've been spending a lot of time together. We're doing a lot together. We really like each other. And then he just asked, he was just like, I just want to know if you'd want to be my girlfriend. I feel like that's what he said. Again,
that is.
We'll go back and forth between our memories.
I mean,
spotty.
Maybe one day we'll share the video. I don't know.
Probably. I might snippet somewhere.
So adorable.
I just remember being in shock.
Yeah.
And I just was like, wait, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
you were cute as shit.
Absolutely.
You were so adorable in that moment. And then the cutest thing in the world. We're in a full restaurant. Mind you, it's like a cute.
It's an English pub.
It's an English pub. So cute. Very like casual and chill. And this, I'm reenacting. I am her boyfriend. As it happens, like, yes, I will be your girlfriend. Yeah. And he's like, hey guys. I'm probably going to mess up our audio on this. I'm not going to do it as loud as he did, but we're in a restaurant. And hey guys, this is my girlfriend. I have a girlfriend.
The amount of pride that he had
beaming off of his
what
face
made me feel like this is it.
Like he asked me, and he actually wants to be with me. Yeah.
Yes, and actually wants to make an effort to let the world know that we are also
like we are happy this is happening.
Yeah, which is huge for me because I was getting fresh out of
that.
That we'll figure
Yeah.
out what to say because his name, he shall not be named.
Bubble Boy.
For sure. Bubble Boy, because he
Is
needs
that
to
cool
live
if we
in
call
a
him
bubble.
that?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
lives in the bubble way
The
up there.
delusional
Yes.
bubble. So I don't know
The
where
bubble
it's
of delusion
actually at.
land.
Like,
You know,
it's
oh
so,
my god,
it's so
wait.
far above the clouds.
Dr. Seuss, Whoville. You're on the dandelion. You're a tiny little speck.
He lives by himself.
Whoville.
In Whoville.
And we,
Yeah, Bubble Boy.
and yeah,
It was definitely one of those relationships where it was like, I will never again. Like, I
Yeah.
will never
this is exactly what I don't want. I'm never gonna have it again.
let this happen again. Like, this was
Yeah.
awful. Like, I was not in a place where I felt safe. I was not in a place where I felt loved. I was not in a place where any of that was happening. And so when I got out of it, my immediate ways was like, absolutely not gonna be with anybody, because no one had, like, prior, because even, I mean, obviously he's the most recent, but I had boyfriends before him.
Yeah.
Not one has been worth it. Not one has been like, oh, this is gonna be fine. This is it. And so I, when I met my boyfriend, minor technical difficulties probably on that camera. Anyways, I have been shown by this man in the short weeks that we've been talking. I actually had a coworker say it's called courting. I want to bring that back.
Yes, courting. He was courting you.
He did.
And he did.
10 out of 10, babe.
Cheers to tea.
Cheers to that.
Yes, courting. That's exactly what it is.
Um,
This is phenomenal, by the way. I'm so happy we're doing this.
So courting. So after the courting happened, I was like, oh my god, maybe I can be with somebody again. And not only did he show that I could, but it showed that we can do it as a friend group.
Yes.
Because that was a big thing for me for Nashville. We would go out and do stuff. Like, we would go and be like, oh, like, I want to go into this chocolate shop. Oh, I want to go and get pizza. And they were like, okay, cool.
They're just hanging out.
You've got our location. We've got yours. Like, we know you're safe. They did. I love that, actually.
Yeah.
About her husband would make sure that where we were going was a safe place to leave us. And again, like, I didn't know that existed, because that was not a thing for me. Like, there was no. I've been put in many situations where I did not feel safe, and it's mentioned that to Bubble Boy, and nothing changed, nothing happened, nobody cared. So to not only have,
and I wasn't even thinking about it. He was like, "Is this gonna be okay? Like, are you gonna be good? Like, he literally word for word said, "Are you gonna be safe if we like? Is this gonna be okay
if we leave?"
And I was like, "You
thought about me?"
And of course, my immediate thing was, "Bitch, I'm a strong independent queen. Of course I'm good." But like, no,
But the fact that it was a thought and it was a like,
because they care.
Because I think, and that's part of it too. Because the more times I will talk about stuff and again, the short amount of time that I've been courted, I was talking to another girlfriend who got out of a similar situation. Babes, I love you. We've started talking and go, oh, is this normal?
Yeah.
And I will call her up and be like, oh my god,
you're not gonna believe what's normal.
He just did this. Is that normal?
Yeah.
Because I think in a lot of times there's a, especially when you've been in something that long, you don't know what's normal anymore.
Yeah.
And normal is
you get so like conditioned in your brain.
Yes. To think a certain way. I'm like, oh, is that normal? Is it normal for your friend, again, your friend's husband to not only watch out for his wife, but his wife's friend? And I think when you are with good people, I think the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Because I know my boyfriend would do the same thing for you. And has. That's why you guys are such good friends. That's why I thought you were at the Rumble. Like, that's why good people, I feel like, really connect with good people.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to find a good group. You always have a group.
And if you need a sign, this is your sign. Make it happen. Because we, for so long, and I get it.
Yeah. Petrified.
And I always knew that.
To make that.
And I would beat myself up and be like, force her, dude. Force her out of the freaking house. But I knew, because I know when you're in that moment and you're in that situation, like, you can't, there's nothing I could have done.
Mm-hmm. No. And it's something I've told people.
Because then it would have made it worse, too, probably.
I went to a part where I was protecting my peace. It just wasn't worth the verbal and mental abuse that would have followed what would have happened if I had made a decision. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to my first girls' night in
Yeah.
7 years last night, and it was nothing but a thing.
It was chill.
It was chill. We had fun. No one
Ashley,
asked
if you hear
me.
this, love you.
We do love you, baby. No one asked me to bring them home food because
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I definitely didn't bring my husband.
because you wouldn't think about it because it's not because he's
Yeah.
not going to get mad at you
Yeah.
for not. He's
Yeah.
not going to be like, I'm not going to come home and be immediately, well, where's my stuff?
Yeah.
Because that's not normal. Shout out to people who are listening. That's not normal.
Yeah.
I remember one time I got into the car. It was after. There's gonna be a lot of those in this.
Yeah.
I feel like too, just random pop-ups. After I had worked a double Saturday, a double Sunday, Monday morning bar, and it was during
Which is the worst bar shit to do. It's fun, but
it's
time
crazy.
and energy wise.
And you just got off the weekend, so the
Yes.
bar's a mess, which is fine.
Yeah. Anyway.
And I think particularly this Monday was a holiday. Labor Day, something like this Monday, people were off this Monday.
Yeah.
So we were slammed, like to the brim, slammed from like.
And you're like not expecting that on Monday morning.
No. There's only 2 bartenders. You have no bar back. We have 2 bars, so 2 bartenders is like, oh, that's
one per bar. You're by yourself.
We have a lot of bar seats and no bar back, which was fine. The first thing that was said to me. Side note, as a morning bartender on the weekdays, you get a free meal because they're trying to get you incentive to bartend. First thing that was said to me when I get in, I mean, I'm beat to hell. I should have gotten off at 3:30. It's 5:30 at this point. Couldn't leave them stranded.
And you got there at 9:30 in the morning after doubling 2 days in a row.
So I'm going on close to 30 hours at this point with, I don't know, 6 hours of sleep in those 30 hours. First thing that was said to me in the car was, you didn't get your food. That was what I was going to have for dinner. Not what we were having.
Yeah.
What he was going to. My soul.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you not? I was like, no. He's like, well, you're going to go back in. I said, absolutely. Do you not see this parking lot?
Yeah.
It is 5:30 on a Monday that they are.
First of all, I'm not going to do that to my kitchen staff either. Like, even if I do get a free meal, I've done that many a times where I'm leaving and I'm like, hey, manager, whoever, like, you're on duty. Can we make a note that I didn't get my free meal because the kitchen's slammed? I'm not going to do that. Next time I work, can I get my free meal? They've done that a million times.
So many times. Because it's a respect thing. Yes. Like, I'm not going to give, and I love the line. Like, love them to death. I'm not doing that to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not putting my Cam through that, who's also getting her ass kicked.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for it. And to me, it was one of those moments where I was just like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah. Are you so for real?
Like, this is, I don't get a, hey, babe, how was your day? I don't even get a hug. Well, that's a whole nother. We go days without physical contact.
What do we?
Which is crazy. Again, that's not normal. Fun facts for those out there. That's not normal. Not unless it's like a mutual agreed thing, like between both parties. Like, I know to each their own. But if one's love language is physical touch, and then one doesn't touch them for like 3 days minimum, something's wrong.
Okay, but also, so that was one of the things I loved. The literal first time that we hung out as like a double date-ish, whatever, we didn't even know like if y'all were gonna be a thing, let alone a full-blown couple.
Trying.
Yeah, and it was the day before my birthday, November 2nd, whenever we seen Hobo Johnson. So excited. And like the opener comes on. Well, Hobo Johnson love this. So her boyfriend is, so I have dubbed myself karaoke queen. I karaoke 24/7
all the time.
But my motto is, I never claim to be good, just a good time. Her boyfriend, on the other hand, my bestie, karaoke king, and he deserves that title because man can sing. So Hobo Johnson, this is a complete side note of what I was trying to say. But Hobo Johnson, the singer, whenever we go to his shows, before the opener comes on, they let people put their names in a hat to get up on stage and sing or perform or whatever.
Like, it's
the dude literally comes up on stage and says, "Hey, you're singing." And they picked like what, 5 people? 4?
They picked
4. He picked 2, and then he picked 2 more.
Yep.
4 people. Third name called M's boyfriend. It was his full name. M's boyfriend. And we were like, he tells us afterwards, while they're in line waiting to get on stage, every single person that got called up there, one recited an original poem, like full blown. What do you call that? Like poetry slam,
like
slam poetry, full blown poem. And then the other two people up there done original songs. One of them played the piano, and her boyfriend, my bestie, gets up there. Classic. I think it's one of his best
I
ones he
think
does.
it is too.
Nice and slow, right?
Yep.
I just wanna take it nice and slow. Yeah, it was badass, and I must say he was the best performer on that stage. It was so funny.
Gets into it, brings in
Yes.
the crowd because
Yes.
I think a big part of that too, is
Yeah.
because of the runs.
Yes.
DJ business.
Ish. Yeah.
So
Yeah, he got a stage presence.
exactly.
Shout
I was
out.
like,
I
there's a
love
word
it, and he
for
don't
it.
even care.
Yeah, stage presence, announcer presence.
Yes.
Like it's just he has a good time. He will
Yes.
bring the crowd in no
Always.
matter what the crowd
Always.
is. Like he goes and announce
like
high school
ball games. Like
like
he done
basketball
he
games.
done a fighting thing. What I don't know what UFC
Really?
or something.
I didn't know that.
It was huge. He like wore a suit and tie. Anyway, sorry. The point of me saying this was The point of me saying this was that night. It was like our first for real time like double dating something, and that all that happens. Like the four people get drawn in a hat.
Yep.
He karaoke's, and then the opener comes on, and in between the opener or during the opener, my husband, it wasn't her boyfriend at the time, my husband and our best friend, they leave to go get drinks, and Em turns to me and she's like, "You said, is this normal?" And that was the first time that you had said it in a way that was like, "Is someone treating me properly?"
Yes.
Not only that, is my best friend getting treated properly? And you were like, "Is this normal?" And I was dumbfounded. I'm like, "What do you mean? Is what normal?" I literally said, "Is what normal?"
Right. I think that's part of it too. That's when you started to realize, like,
Yeah,
how much. You never heard I painted imperfect.
Yeah. But and I'm like, "Oh, this, like us hanging out, chilling, the boys gonna get drink." Yeah. I was like, "This is," and I told her that day. I said, "This is literally how we live our lives every single day."
I remember my jaw dropping. I remember being
because I even told you, I said, "If you weren't here right now, this is exactly still how we'd be living our life."
And that's what surprised me. And I think a big part of it too, because again, going back to like being like an actual gentleman and being treated correctly, he knew what I was drinking.
Yeah.
And your husband brought you a drink, and then your bestie brought me a drink.
Yeah.
And my first initial response, because of, again, this was like very first, so this was still me very like stressed out over everything.
Walls all the way
up. I was immediately like, oh my god, let me pay you.
What do I owe you? What do I have to give you in return for this?
Yes. What transaction is needed for this? Because there's nothing ever that was not transactional. And the way he was just like,
"What do you mean?
What are you talking about?"
He was like, "What? I got you a drink." Yeah.
He's like, "No, like you drink it, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Yeah, watch the show." Yeah.
And I think that was another one. Is that normal?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Anyway,
I don't know that.
let's talk about MGK a little bit now because
we gotta go back
I love this man, and this was like the whole point of that whole topic. We're gonna
I think
do
you and I were both so emotional during that concert because I just think it was one of those moments. Like, at least for me, it was like
I'm gonna cry thinking about it.
He has been through so much.
Yes,
and I think
he shows it.
He
wears it,
especially because of what you have lived with and what I have lived with, which is, I mean, trauma bonding is a real thing.
Yes.
And to see that, and to see someone on stage who has openly talked about his struggles, his trials, his tribulations, and like
while he's going through them
about
it.
Yeah. Bawled my eyes out.
Yeah. Bawled. And so I seen MGK. Me and my husband seen him when he came to Louisville in 2022. And that was like Tickets to My Downfall was huge at the time. It came out like 2 years prior. We had just started listening to him. His documentary had came out, and I watched that documentary. It came out like 2 days before we seen him. I watched it the day before we seen him, and I boohooed watching that documentary. And then we seen him the next day, and it was stunning. And at the time, Avril Lavigne opened for him, so that was phenomenal. But it was beautiful and lovely, and I have followed him I think for like 4 years in a row, he's been my number one artist on Spotify.
He's amazing.
And it's so versatile. Like, at my new job I just started working at, there's a regular called Steve-O, and everybody calls him Steve-O. And I'm like, y'all got to stop saying his name so much, because every time you do, I start singing Wild Boys. Yeah, bitch, call me Steve-O. Every single time. And then I run around all shifts. Anyway, And like his sad shit, his slow shit, his heavy, everything. Love it. Actually, fun fact: whenever me and my husband done a California road trip, we drove by MGK's house. I did. There was lights on too. I was like, hey, dog, because I'm not gonna be a weirdo and try to like go knock on your door or something.
No.
But I definitely drove by.
But I am gonna peek.
Yeah, I definitely done a peek see bye bye. Yeah, I did. He was there, or somebody was there. Probably wasn't him, really.
Probably not, but
He wasn't doing anything at the time, so it might have been.
it might have been.
Anyway, yeah, that was 2023. Anyway, but yeah, and so I knew that this, and we already plan on seeing MGK next June, but when we looked at his tour, this stop specifically was one of his last ones of the 5-year anniversary of Tickets to My Downfall, which is mine and my husband's favorite album. Hello, yeehaw! And then we were like, it's Nashville. We've never actually been able to spend time in Nashville together. Like we've both been and all these other things. Yeah, and like we've been for like one day and come back for a show, whatever. And so I thought that was really cool. And I was like, it's the holiday season. Like everything is so cutesy.
Oh, the lights were amazing.
Went to a speakeasy. That was so cool. Yeah. But anyway, so I knew, and I know that MGK and Monson are really good buddies. And me and my husband seen Monson last year. And I don't know if y'all know Honest Abe, the broke boyfriend on TikTok. Love him so much. We last minute on the way to Indy bought the tickets for $4. We seen Monson, Honest Abe, and Lovely the band. It was phenomenal. And I love, and right after we seen him, he started hanging out in MGK all the time. I was like, what is happening? How did that? So anyway, he jumped out on stage. It was awesome, beautiful. And then we had accidentally got front row tickets, and he comes out and he's right in front of our faces. We'll put a picture right here too for you. We'll clip it in if you're watching on the video or on TikTok or anything. And he brings out Bailey Zimmerman, and that's right in front of our faces. That was so cool. That was and they amazing. Sat there and sang. It was so beautiful.
It was beautiful.
But yeah,
I think he did, and he's such a performer. Like he brings in his audience. Like he has a good time. I like that, and because this is, I'm probably showing my age, but whatever. Yeah. He only had 2 dancers, and I love that because I love watching dancers. Yes. But when you have like a whole entire crew.
Like, what am I even looking at?
It's overwhelming. It's like overstimulating. I'm trying to listen to the music. I'm trying to watch him perform. And he had 2 dancers. They were absolutely phenomenal.
Called them out. I think one of their names was like Danielle or Daniela.
I think
and
so
one of them was like Gracie or something. But
he did a little shout out.
He did shout them out. That was so adorable.
And they had a little scene where they like danced together during one of the songs. It just was
I was losing my mind. Oh, that was make a move. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was great though. And then of course he just done off his new stuff. He released his version of Iris, and that was stunning. And Julia Wolf came out and sang that with him, and her voice is just
especially with like where I've been through. I used to sing that all the time in middle school. Like it just was. I've always kind of felt very like out of place, like an oddball. Never really had people who understood me.
Yeehaw.
So to have that, to be at a concert with people who have brought me back to like understanding that I am a human. I do deserve love. Not only
and who you are,
relationship love, but platonic love. Like I think that was a big thing too that I just wasn't able to have. And
that's like what I said last night when we were having girls' night. I told our friend, I was like, if I could crawl up your ass and live there forever, I would, because I love you that much, and that's how I feel like about all my friends like that.
Yes. Like, and it's normal, and there's and it doesn't mean there's any less love for other people in your life, because I think that was a big issue with Bubble Boys. If I'm like, oh my god, I love her, it was like, well,
what about
it was
me?
It was like a toddler. It's like, well, now there's no love for me. That's not how the world works.
Yeah.
Well, it does in his world.
Maybe that should be the motto of our show. The motto for our podcast episode today, for our first episode, was it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to try. Because this is probably going to be a struggle bus, but I don't care because we're chatting. We're
chitting and chatting.
And we're sipping and we're hanging. I know. I love it.
Bawled my eyes out during Iris because it was the line, especially, you know.
Oh, we just boohooed.
Like it just was, when everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And I felt so broken coming out of that in coming into friends that were so open-minded, open-armed, and it was just like, no, like we just see who you are. We know, we see you're broken. We see you're fucked up. Like we see that you've got issues,
and it's beautiful. And I feel like
that to me was still to me is like and I can't believe that you believe that.
The way that like this is why it's so. I'm about to literally start crying. This is why it's so like where the way that everything, you're like, this is all wrong. Everything is not happening the way it's supposed to happen, but it freaking is. And the fact that me and you are getting this close at this point in time is crazy because, like, I am a broken human being, and I have I'm still healing, but I have healed so much, and I think
Yeah.
that we needed to get close at this point in time so you can see that it is possible.
It's
Because like
possible to
Cece
still
might be
live.
going through it. Oh my what? We gotta end this soon. But it's like Cece might be going through it, but I feel like you have seen, because like when people meet me, people that didn't know me before my husband, they can't
Yeah.
even believe the person I used to be, which is so crazy. We should put a box of tissues in here. But like, and then so that's why like people like my best friend that was made a part of my wedding, people that knew me before my husband, they're like, you are a completely different human, and it's so beautiful because like,
And I think
yeah,
that's yep. I
yep,
think that's a big part of it too.
sip that tea.
Is being it is change is beautiful. You are
Mm-hmm.
supposed to grow as a person, as an adult, as a human. You are
Yes,
supposed to
and it's
grow.
beautiful to do that
And you
with
are
someone.
supposed to change because I remember stuff that Bubble Boy would say to me like, well, "You've changed."
Of course, I have.
That's the
I've grown.
point.
Yes.
Why have you not? And I
Yes.
think to be with people
Oof.
that are just like,
That's a big one.
yeah, like we are growing still.
Yes.
And I think I did send you.
Yes.
It's kind of allowed me. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I allow myself
Period.
to love through healing is because of a saying you
Oh
don't
yeah.
love once you're healed.
Yes.
You need love to heal because you need to. I just got goosebumps.
Literally.
Because you need to know that like you are at a safe place and you are able to be loved for who you are and that is broken and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and I've heard it plenty of times since I left. It's been like, oh, I didn't know this is who you were.
Yeah.
I didn't know this
It's
is
like
who
I've always
you are.
been. Yeah.
Right. It's like this is who I was that I was hiding.
That was
because
pushed
I wasn't
so far down.
Yeah. So to be able to be like, yeah, we're actually out living our lives.
Yes.
And we're like being ourselves through it has
Yes.
been massive to me.
Yeah.
We got up and sang karaoke in
We
Nashville.
did. In front of a solid
That was
85 corporate baddies. That was kind of fun. We had grown men like, I mean, boy, I made direct eye contact. Dude was like, oh, wow. And our
We were
little
having a
babies
good
were in the
time.
background like, videotaping. Yes, yes, so adorable.
Again,
But
support.
yeah,
You
yeah,
paid attention to me when I'm not next to
Yeah.
you because that was definitely a big thing. I know Bubble Boy didn't do any.
yeah,
I mean, narcissist. So never thought of anybody
Yeah.
but himself.
yeah.
To be like, oh yeah, we recorded you. We got pictures.
Yes.
We have pictures. We have candid pictures of us.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, Nashville was beauty queen.
Amazing.
And that was one of the first times that like, because me and Dylan talked about it a bunch because me and him have grown so much together, and it's like finding friends that you're able to just hang out with is super hard. And that's why I tell you, because I try to make everything a little lighthearted, but I'm deep as shit on the inside. But I try to keep it like fun and lighthearted, and so I keep telling her
I
like,
feel like life is deep.
yes,
And it's meant to be.
Yes.
That's why I love looking at the purposes of, why did I see a fox today?
Yes.
One day I saw 3 possums.
Yeah.
Three
Like, what's that
three
about?
possums in different like on my right drive home. I
Yeah.
said that's actually insane. And I think at the time I'll look it up eventually. But it was about transitional changes and
Yeah,
like
I
going
remember
through
that.
the dark.
Yeah,
Yes, because they're creatures of the night and they're different. And yeah, it is
Yeah.
about sometimes you need to freeze
Yeah.
to stay safe.
Yeah.
And there's times when you need to go.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things. So to have all that and to have, I think that's why you and I connect so much. Is
Yeah.
we do look for the deeper meanings.
Yeah.
We look for the signs.
Also,
the
this
reasons.
is what's so crazy to me is like most, not all, a lot of your inner dialogue and your inner trauma comes from that 7-year relationship.
Yeah.
And a lot of mine comes from my childhood.
Right.
And the
What's
fact
funny is they're similar.
That's what's crazy because me and you, I was thinking about that the other day. Me and you, and like mind you, I've been happy, healthy, and safe for 6 years now, and it still messes with me.
Well, yeah.
And that's why it's like healing isn't overnight. It doesn't just click. It doesn't
Not
just
linear.
change. It's still, and actually, oof. I told you this a couple weeks ago. My I was having a freak. I don't know. It was something about food. Something about like me needing to finish my food or something.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband looks at me and he's like, "We're not your family." And I'm like,
Does
"Yeah,
he?
yes, well, that's why, because he said that." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, we're not." And he goes, "No, no, 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 no. We are not your family."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're right."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "You're right. We're not. I'm safe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy. I'm healthy. It's yeah."
And I think too, because
Blew
it
my
was
mind.
that we both I'm undiagnosed ADHD.
I'm gonna
Pretty
get
sure
one of them shirts.
got a little
Undiagnosed, but something's definitely not right.
yeah
Yeah.
that my brain's going 40,000 miles a minute.
Yes.
It's why we get
Yes.
along so well. It's why this podcast is going to be
What
all
it
a side
is.
quest.
Yes.
So I hope y'all were not
Prepared.
expecting to sit down and a bedtime story because it's not.
Yes. We're gonna go this. No, we're not. We're
That
gonna go
thing
this,
made
this,
sure
that.
this, that,
Yeah.
and then the other thing.
Yeah.
Made sure that you were listening. Like, no, we
Yes.
need to have this moment and
Yeah.
that physical touch, that physical like, hey,
Yeah.
this is a safe place because it's huge.
And I don't know how I got so freaking lucky because he's really good at doing that too. Like knowing me, knowing what's happening in my brain, and knowing how to get through to me is crazy. Because sometimes he'll say or do something, and I'm like, how did you even know to say or do that and know that that was going to help me? Because I didn't even know that's what I needed. And he freaking knows and he does it.
Yep.
And he doesn't make me feel bad about it.
Right. And that's my biggest thing is when I'm very loud, very boisterous, very fun person. The second I go quiet is when you need to worry.
Uh-huh.
When I'm having a
And
good
you don't
time,
need to walk
like,
away
I'm
from me, babe.
functioning, I'm okay, like I'm faking it till I'm making it. The second my demeanor is like
calm, it ain't calm.
I'm looking at every exit.
Yeah.
I'm planning how I'm gonna leave. I'm figuring
My
out
keys
where
are in
my
my
car
hand.
is parked.
Yeah.
Like I'm planning my route to my car to exit said threatening situation.
Yeah.
I cannot remember what it was recently. It was something recently.
Oh, was it the restaurant? Beta or Roosters?
It was Roosters. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was Roosters. Panic. Texting me, making sure I was okay. Because we were in a situation where they couldn't like really directly talk to me.
Yeah.
Because we were with people that didn't know me very well, and again, so respectful of understanding that I would not want to be put on the spot.
And noticed. Yeah.
Yes. But there was something else. I think it was after a like get together. I think with his family, and I just was stressed about. I just was rambling, and I just kept like, I'm a nail biter. Literally just took me in a hug and just said you're safe, which for me has been my motto for a long time. My mantra, trying to keep in my head, even though I wasn't, because I would tell myself I was when I wasn't, which is how we got to where we're at 7 years later.
Yeah.
But to be with someone who knew that's what I needed, not some big, huge like just get over it, this and that. It was
acknowledging
just like
yes, I get it.
You are safe.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think that was another one of those moments where I was just like, is this me?
Mm-hmm.
Is this how it's supposed to be? Because I've been missing out.
What are we? What are we? What are we?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Okay, I think we've about hit our. We almost covered everything.
We really did.
Wanted to. We do need y'all's help. If you're watching, if you're listening, whatever, you can still use us. Yeah. If you're watching, I don't know what's happening.
We're in a corner. For those who are just not watching the videos, we're in a corner with a little.
It's adorable.
Cute little table. It is adorable.
We got a little teacup
on
and
there.
Very cute.
And we thrifted everything.
Yeah.
Cute little moonlight.
Wait, let me point out, I didn't even notice this. My husband, we were dating. He bought me this.
Love, by the way.
He bought me that. I'm talking 5 years ago. We were still living in Richmond. We had been together for like maybe 6-7 months. Yeah. He bought me this. So adorable. I've always loved it. It's supposed to be like the moon. It's a magnet, whatever. Well, he brought up, when I took a picture of our setup, our podcast is Chittin and Chattin. And that's a freaking C.
It's a C.
It's a freaking C. And so it just showed in my brain, in this moment right now, I'm like, it full circle. 5 years ago. We didn't even know each other.
I
And
feel like that's what people mean when they say like a sparkle in their eye.
yes,
Like it's literally it's an idea.
yeah,
And you don't even know it's an idea
yeah.
yet.
But anyway,
Yeah.
we're trying to figure out what to do with this back wall. We have these cute little dangly things. We're thinking about some curtains. We're definitely, if the lighting is weird, if you're watching it,
we will get
window is
curtains for
here.
this.
We haven't got curtains yet.
Again,
so
it doesn't have to be perfect. We just have to
we
try.
just have to try. It's a
Yeah,
start.
Kind of leaning into what we'll probably talk about next week.
Yeah.
I am going home. I'm flying home to Colorado for the first time, and I was wrong about it.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years since, I mean, I'm talking 7 years since I've seen my, like, family, my siblings. I lived in Colorado a little bit back and forth, like, we'll get back into that.
Yeah.
But didn't visit family there,
Yeah.
didn't do anything that I wanted to do when I was there.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like, next I fly on Christmas Day, which has been my joke to my family. Is like, I can't afford a present, so you get me.
This is what you get. Yep. I keep saying, your present is my present. Yeah. I like it.
My present is your present.
Yeah. I think that'll be the bulk. So our goal is
we'll talk about that.
Yeah, our goal is that this episode is going to come out on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode will probably come out around like the 2nd or 3rd. So we'll be talking about all the holidays, her going home, and what our New Year's, because you're coming back like New Year's Eve or the day before.
I think
you're coming back the
30th.
30th.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get in late or something.
Yeah, I get in late, so I'll basically like. Yeah. I'm gonna be dead. So
and like give us your like thoughts on this too if you care. We're trying to think with our schedule. We're both servers, bartenders, whatever. Our schedules are wonky. We're trying to make it our current goal to maybe do an episode every Tuesday or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
It's holidays right now. It's a little wonky.
Yeah.
The first 2 might be a little weird. I don't really know. So let us know if you want. Maybe we could even make it be on a Thursday, so then we can get stuff done on Tuesday, Wednesday, and it actually goes out Thursday. I don't know. Let us know. It'd probably be Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday though.
Yeah. Kind of that midweek, just a little pick me up. A little chit chat. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna do some shenanigans on New Year's.
We'll
talk about that.
Sure. Yeah. I'm gonna force her to try on some clothes anyway. I have thoughts in my brain. Anyway, we did make an Instagram for Chittin and Chattin. We both have separate TikToks. We just be posting and tagging each other. Yeah. I be all over Facebook, but I don't know if I'm gonna post this on there. We'll see what happens.
I'm not on Facebook. However, we do also have an Instagram. Yeah. We do have our own. We have individual Instagrams, but we also have a Chittin and Chattin Instagram.
I'm gonna try once again. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna try to post this. I'm gonna try to link all of this in like the show notes or whatever.
Yep.
We'll just see what happens.
See what goes from there.
I think that's about it.
Wait on that. Oh yes.
If you're not watching, you missed it. Anyway,
we did it.
What's gonna be our outro? We need an outro.
Oh my god. We just did an intro.
The intro was like we're Chittin and Chattin and sipping. Oh. I think I got you.
Let's do it.
I think we'll chit and chat next week, something like that. Come back next week for some more chitting and chatting. I don't know. We'll figure one out. That's another. If you got an outro
Stay
for
tuned for the rest of. I've been meaning we do this all weekend.